All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'Kapadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone who taught us the truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect, those around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers that teach us one in sincerity. I'm the brother Iwa Lumia from the GMS Chicago branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. I'm just basically entitled this lesson, Hollyweird, strikes again. Because we know, as brothers in this truth, that Hollywood, behind the scenes is a lot of wickedness, and that's what, nothing goes on behind the scenes. That's what, everything that goes behind the scenes. A lot of wickedness, a lot of blood sacrifices, a lot of these different things that goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. And, if you, in the front of my home screen, you see, this picture of Wesley Snipes, dressed up in the feminine clothing. This is what goes on in Hollywood also. A lot of sodomites, a lot of, weird acts of sodomy, different things like that. That's why this place got to be destroyed. And, it's a lot of this that goes on behind the scenes. But let's jump into some precepts. This is the book of Matthew 16-26. It says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Right, this is what a lot of Jakes do. They go into Hollywood. They sign these big contracts, and they basically get their soul over to the so-called white man. To these, global elites. A lot of these Jakes gotta bend over. A lot of these Jakes gotta, kill, some one of their, family members. We seen it. These different celebrities. People like Beyonce, Jay-Z. How can I say, a Young Thug? A lot of these different rappers. A lot of these entertainers of our people. Has did some type of wicked act. Just to basically, to make it in this society. This is what goes on behind the scene, in Hollyweird. A lot of brothers like to call it Hollyweird, because that's exactly what it is. A lot of Jakes give up their soul and different things like that. This is the book of Mark 8:36. It basically says the same thing as Matthew. This is the book of Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man? It says, if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul. Right. As I just read back in the Matthew. A lot of these Jakes, sell their soul to make it in this society. And there was a special a couple of years back, of Cat Williams. How he was basically talking about, it's like these different mansion parties, that happens behind the scenes. And, in these mansion parties, it's like different, different rooms and different, wicked acts goes on in these rooms, And this is, the vibration, this is the left-hand side, at work. These demonic forces, the so-called white man starting with these elites, conjuring up demons and different things like that. That's what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood, And like I said before, a lot of these Jakes sell their soul to make it in this society. But let's continue. This is the book of Isaiah 3:9. It says, "The show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They had it not born to their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves." Right, they declare their sin as Sodom. Every time Oscar pass by, you have a Jake, in some type of dress, or a Jake, acting very effeminate. I'm talking about the ones, these celebrities, these actors, that's a part of Hollywood, just to basically show you that they have to do something, to get that fame in this society, That's why, it says what should it profit a man, if he sell his own soul, should gain the world, but to sell his own soul, roughly paraphrasing what I, just read, And this is what these Jake do. And Wesley Snipes, you would think, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, you would never think Wesley Snipes would do anything like this. The picture I just showed you. But that's what happens, when Jake sell their own soul to the so-called white man. But let's continue. Like I said, a lot of these Jakes come out the closet, different things like that. Even the guy that played in Get Out, he's even a part of this whole madness. This is the book of Ephesians 6:12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." All right, this is what we deal with. Demonic forces on the left-hand side, and this is what Esau conjure up. Behind the scenes, he conjures up demons. Different sacrifices. On the left-hand side. To gain power. This is what this is all about. Jake selling their own souls to different things like that. But that's why Yahweh Shemel had to come back and destroy this place. Because what? It's a lot of dark shit that goes on behind the scenes in Hollyweird. Baby fetuses, a lot of them, eat. It's a whole lot, but I'ma just keep it, I'm just keep this lesson straightforward. I'm not trying to go off the rails with it, but a lot of dark shit goes on behind the scenes in Hollyweird. But this is what we deal with, as it says right here, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Right. And this is what we're up against. But let's continue. This is the book of Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." All right, this is what the so-called white man does. Starting with these elites. They use, they basically use Hollyweird, as a tool, to conjure up demons, different things like that. I just read in Ephesians, So this place got to be destroyed. Because what? Every day, each day that go past, it gets worse and worse. And you're going to see more Jakes, come out the closet, declare their sin as Sodom, different things like that. We're at the end of this thing. And as this place continues to goes on, it's going to get worse. That's why this place ultimately has to be destroyed. But with that being said, I hope this quick, was straight to the point. I want to end out by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and our apostles of great millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach us word and sincerity. Lord willing, once again, I hope it was edifying. And Lord willing, I'll come back with another lesson soon. And until next time, a ball.